Hey guys, this is going to be a fun one, and we have x squared minus y squared is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we know both x and y belong to integers, and we have to figure out the value of the x and y. So looking at this, we'll see that we have one equation with two unknowns. Typically, we cannot solve these kind of questions because the number of unknowns are more than the equations. And that shows that we need to get somehow creative to go around this. And let's see what we can do. So we're going to take a different approach for this one. And if we look at the right side of the equation, we'll see the last digit is 8. So we have an even number on the right side. And let's see what are the scenarios that we might get that even number on the right side of the equation. So let's say our x is an even number. We know an even number to the power of 2. It's going to give us another even number. Let's say 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 4, 16. So we know when we have x an even number, x squared is 100% an even number too. So we're going to consider that our x is an even number and our y, let's say we have an odd number for y. Same thing is going to happen. Y squared is also another odd number. 3 times 3 is 9, odd number. 1 times 1 is 1. So the difference of an even number and an odd number, 4 minus 3 is going to be 1. So we'll get an odd number on the right side. So this scenario is not going to work out. Let's assume that we have our x odd. Again, x squared is also odd. And we're going to assume that this time our y is even number. So the difference of an odd number and even number, so 3 minus 2, this is going to be 1, which is odd number. On the right side, we need even number, so this is not going to work too. Let's go to another scenario that might happen. Let's say our x is even and also our y is even too. So we know x squared and y squared is going to be even number too. So at the end, we'll have the difference of two even numbers. Let's say 16 minus 4. So that's going to be 12. Okay, we have even number on the right side. So this might actually be one of our situations that's going to work. And the last one, let's say we have the difference of two odd numbers. Let's say 25 minus 9. This is also going to give us an even number, so this is going to work too. So basically we have two situations where our x is even number and y is even number, and where they are both x and y odd numbers. So let's go with the first one we'll be having here, both even numbers. So we're going to call our x 2m. We know when we have a number that is multiplied by 2, 100% it's a even number. So that's how we show our even number. Now let's call our y 2n. Both m and n are integers again in here. And what we are trying to find out in here is x squared minus y squared. So let's see what we have for x squared. It's going to be 4m squared, and what we have for y squared is 4n squared. So we have x squared minus y squared. So 4m squared minus 4n squared. So looks like if we factor a 4 in here, we'll get m squared minus n squared. And this is going to show that what the number that we have on the right side of the equation has to be divisible by 4. Well, let's see what we have on the right side of the equation. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And divisibility rule of 4, we have to have the last digit divisible by 4. So let's see what we get. 78 divided by 4. We're going to get 1, 4, 38 into 1936, 2. And this is not divisible by 4. So actually, this scenario is not working too. So we end up with one last condition when we have both x and y odd numbers. So remember how we called x an even number? If we just add +1 in here and +1 in here too, we can make an odd number because it would be exactly the next number after that even number, which is 100% an odd number. So 2n plus 1 and our y is 2n plus 1. Again, we know that both m and n are integers. And what we're interested in here is x squared and y squared. Let's remind that we have a plus b squared, which is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So x squared in here is 2m plus 1 squared. And if we use what we have in here, will be 4m squared plus 4m plus 1. We're going to have same thing for y squared. 2m plus 1, 4m squared plus 4m plus 1. All right, so now in here, so if we look at this, we'll see that we can factor 4m. So we'll have m plus 1 plus 1, and we can do the same thing for this one. We can factor 4n, which will be n plus 1 plus 1. So if we look at this two, we'll have the multiplication of two consecutive numbers. So 2 times 3, 3 times 4, 5 times 6, which we know 100% one of these two is going to be an even number. So this can be written also as an even number. Let's show it with 2t. And same thing for this one, a multiplication of two consecutive numbers, which 100% is another even number. So basically our x squared can be written as 8t plus 1, and y squared can be written as 8t prime plus 1. And what we have is x squared minus y squared, which is what the question is asking. So 8t plus 1 minus 8t prime plus 1, and that's going to be 8t plus 1 minus 8t prime minus 1. So this will be cancelled out, and at the end of this, if we factor 8, we'll have t minus t prime. So that shows that whatever we have on the right side of the equation, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, has to be divisible by 8. So basically we need to divide this number by 8. And if we divide that number by 8, we'll see that this number is not divisible by 8. I'm just showing it just to be quick on a calculator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 8. We see we have numbers after decimal point, which shows that this is not going to work. So no answers for this question. And well, let me know if you guys have another approach to solve this one. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.